Welcome everyone to another class on web design. In today's class we'll be talking about a lot of things, and we'll be starting with the HTML style attributes. Okay, so setting the style of an HTML element can be done with the style attributes. The HTML style attribute has the following syntax. We have the tag name, then style, property, and value. Okay, so the property is a CSS property, the value is a CSS value. So let's give an example. Okay, so the body, let's give paragraph, alright. So I am human is a paragraph. So we want to style this paragraph to have a color of red. Okay, so let's in the paragraph, so P, then we'll style it. So what you do is color, then colon, red, and semicolon. Then you close it. Then what do you want your paragraph to be? Let's say I am human. Okay, so we save it. So we can also add font size. Let's add font size. So style. So font hyphen, then size, colon, then let's put 50 pixels, then semicolon, then close it. Alright, I am human. And you save. Now, when we are dealing with style attributes, we will call the tag name, then the style, and the style contains of the property and value. So, like in this case here, where we have paragraph, I am human. Now, this P is the tag name. So we are tagging paragraph, and this style contains it contains property and value. Alright, so the property is color. This is the property, and the value for that property is the red. So we have the tag, the style, and the style, which contains the property and the value. This is a CSS property. No CSS is used for styling majorly, so we are using the CSS attribute in this place here. So the tag name is the paragraph that we are styling. Then the style itself contains property and value. So let's save and open our work. Let's open our work. Okay, HTML, that's so as you can see, I am human, I am human, I am human. So you can see that this color has been changed to red because we styled it to be red. Alright, so that's how to style. Whenever you're styling the tag name and the style, the style contains of the property and value. So here we also change the font size to be 50 pixel. Alright, as you can see here, this has not been changed to 50 pixel as against this default. So that's that. So the next thing we'll talk about is background color. Alright, so how to add background to our web page? So let's start. Body. It is our body. So let's bring okay. Let's open. Let's bring our heading. It's a heading. So we want to style this body, right? Now this is the opening body and this is the closing body. So let's style the body. Now we want the body to have a background color. We've talked about the CSS style attributes, HTML style attributes. We are now in background color. So we want to put a background in our, so we'll style the body. That's the visible part of the web page. So let's style the body. So style, then property to be background, then hyphen color, then colon, then the value. The background color is the property. Then the value, which color should we put? Let's put pink. Okay, so let's save our work. Let's leave the pink. Let's reload. Let's try that again. Let's open our body. Then style. Then background. Then hyphen color. Let's put pink. Then put your semicolon, then close it. So save. Let's reload. So as you can see, the background color has been changed to pink. Alright, so that's how to add a background to our work. So I added the background to the body. Right? Alright, so you can enter. You can even leave it like this. Alright, so that's to add background. Okay, so the next thing we'll talk about, we can set background color for two different elements. So we can also style our paragraph. We can also style our heading the way we style our body, right? So let's style our heading. H1. This is okay. Let's again. H1. Alright, let's style it. So style background color. Let's go brown. Then put your semicolon. Close it. So what should be in your H1? Let's say this is my heading. So let's save and let's reload. So as you can see, this is my heading. Has the background has changed. Okay, so we've seen how we can style our heading, right? So we styled our heading, said H1, and we said style, the background color, we pick brown, right? And we put the name of the heading. So we saved and let's so do what we have after reloading. So this is my heading. As you can see, this is the background for the heading now. Alright, let's put background color for our paragraph. So let's put paragraph. So let's style it. Style, background color, hyphen color. Let's put blue violet. Alright, put our semicolon, then close it and say this is my paragraph. Alright, save, then reload. So as you can see, there is now a background color in your paragraph. In this one we have the background color in our heading. Alright. So the next thing we'll talk about is let's talk about text color. Alright, so how do we add color to our text? So let's bring our H1. Let us say H1. You style it, right? So when you are bringing color, you only write color. When you are putting background color, you put background then the hyphen. So color, you put colon. Then which color do you want? Let's put blue. Alright. Then semicolon. Close it. What do you want as solution? This another heading. You save. Then you reload. As you can see, this is another heading. This is another heading. Alright, so let's continue. So the next thing we'll talk about is what? Fonts. CSS fonts. Alright. So how do we change the fonts? Let's bring H1. H1. So all these are called styling. So we're trying to change our font color, or font type rather, font type. So style, put this. Alright, so to change our font, put font family, font, then hyphen family. Alright, so put your colon. That's property. After the property, you put colon, then after the value, you put semicolon. So property, what kind of font do you want? Okay, look at the font here. Let's put, let me see. Let's put some, okay, let's put Times New Roman. Or let's select from the ones that we're given. Times New Roman. Okay, so after the Times New Roman, put your semicolon. Alright, then close it. What do you want as your H1? Let's put this is Times New Roman font. So to save it. So let's see if it's correct. This Times New Roman actually. So this is it here. Okay, our web page is coming final. So the next thing we'll talk about will be the text size. Okay, so let's increase or reduce our text size. So we'll go H1, style, so to now be font size, right? So the size will be font size. You can do this both on your phone and on your laptop. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please kindly do so now. And like the video, comment, and make sure you turn on the notification bell so that whenever I upload something, easily sees. And make sure you subscribe. Alright, so let's continue. So can put 300%. Then semicolon. Alright, close it. This font, this size, 300. Save. So reload. As you can see, you can also reduce this font size. Let's reduce it and let's put 100. Save and reload. As you can see, this has reduced. Alright, so the next we'll talk about is text alignment. Text alignment, how to align your text, maybe at the center, on the left, at the right, whatever it is. So let's align our text. So let's start with H1, style. So this, so the property will be with text align. That's property. Then the value we what, after the property put colon, then after the value, let's put it center. So an American language we are using here, center. Then you put your semicolon and close, no, not here, close it. Now what should be in your H1? So put this heading is center aligned. So save and reload. So you see our work. So as you can see, it's in the center. Alright. So let's continue. So let's talk about HTML text formatting. So we have different way of formatting our text. So whether make it in italics, make it bold, and likes of others. So let's start. So we have the bold. The HTML bold element defines the B element defines bold text without any extra importance. So let's give an example. So let's make a text bold. Let's bring a paragraph. Let's bring a paragraph and let's see the difference. This is not bold. Let's use a B element. So bold. This text is bold. Alright. So let's save. Let's see the difference. Reload. So as you can see, this is not bold. This is bold. As you can see, it's thicker. This sticker. This text is bold. Alright, so the next we can talk about is strong. HTML strong element defines text with strong importance. Strong, the content inside is typically displayed in bold. Let's strong. Yes. This text is important. So let's reload. Okay, we can actually break this. Let's the arrow to break it. To save. So B arrow is to break it. Let's see. So it's 9 on that place. So this text is important. Alright, so that's it. The next we'll talk about is the I and EM elements. Okay, the HTML I element defines a part of text in an alternate voice or mode. The content inside is typically displayed in italic. So the I tag is often used to indicate a technical term, a phrase from another language, a thought. So it's like to indicate a technical term. So if you are speaking another language, you can easily use I. So let's see an example. So let's give a paragraph. This is not italics. So let's give another paragraph. Let's do another paragraph. Then I. So in between, let's put this is italics. So save and let's see. As you can see, this is not in italics. This is in italics. So let's use the EM. EM is used to emphasize. So let's just check our EM. This test is now. So let's use the EM. So bring our paragraph first. So the EM. This test is emphasized. So let's see what else. As you can see. Alright, so that's that. Then let's talk about the HTML small elements. So you can make your work to be smaller. So the HTML small element defines smaller text. So let's give an example. Paragraph. This is some normal text. So this text is normal. Alright, so let's see the next one. Okay, so paragraph, close it, then small. So this is some small text. So let's see how it's going to display this. Listen. So this is actually bigger than this. So that's the function of the small. Can make it work smaller. Okay, so let's talk about HTML mark elements. The HTML mark element defines text that should be marked or highlighted. So if you want to highlight the work, you can use the mark element. So let's dive right in. So the browser will usually strike a line through deleted text. But that's for delete. If we are talking about deleting, If we're talking about deleting, the browser will put a strike through it to show that it's deleted. Then talking about mark, it will be highlighted. So let's do an example for mark element. So let's bring our paragraph. So do not forget to get my food today. That's the paragraph, right? But we want to mark, let's say food, right? So we want to mark this food here. We want it to be highlighted. So in between, before the food, we put mark, opening mark. Let's start again. I'm talking about mark element. So paragraph, right? Close it, right? Do not forget to buy. So let's mark this. Buy, let's say milk. Alright. Today. So the sentence is actually do not forget to buy milk today. But we want to make that milk to be marked. Alright, so I will put mark between the milk. So let's see. Everything is highlighted. So it defines an element that should be marked or highlighted. So it has been highlighted. So you can also show importance. So that's how to do that. So let's talk about delete. HTML delete element. The HTML delete element defines text that has been deleted from a document. So for example, if a particular price of a good has changed, you can actually put the old price, then delete it and put the new price. So let's give an example. My favorite color is, now let's assume your former favorite color was blue, right? Was blue. So you want to delete the blue. So you put open tab, delete TEL, close it. So in between it you put the color, the former color you want to be deleted. And now after the end of that delete, the new color that is your favorite one. So red. So my favorite color is, we are deleting this blue. That's why this delete is there. And red is not the new color. Let's see. As you can see, my favorite color is blue has been deleted and been striked. Let's do space. So we load. Alright. So let's talk about the insert element. The HTML insert element defines a text that has been inserted into a document. Browsers will usually underline inserted text. So Let's give an example. My favorite color is, now you are deleting, blues, right? Just delete blue. Let's close it. Blue. Alright. After the delete, then you say insert. I want to insert thread. INS. Close it. So red. Now this one, the difference is that this will be highlighted. So that one that we did was not highlighted. So let's see. As you can see. So when you put the insert, it will highlight the new one. So this is the deleted one. This is the deleted one. Or in this place here, we have the insert. So let's continue. So we have the HTML sub element. The HTML sub element defines subscript text. Subscript text appears half a character below the normal line and is sometimes rendered in a smaller font. Subscript can be used for chemical formulas like H2O. So let's give an example. So paragraph is insert with subscripts. Sub is subscripted. So after the close of the sub text, the full write-up is, this is, okay, let's put a, this is a, no, this is subscripted text. This is full, but we are putting this subscripted in subscript. That's why we are putting it in between here. So let's do, so as you can see, this is now underneath. Let's change this S to small s. Alright, so this is now subscript. Okay, so let's continue. So we have the SUP, there is sub. This first one is sub. This is sub. Let's go to sub. The HTML sub element defines superscript text. Superscript text appears half a character above the normal line and is sometimes rendered in a smaller font. So let's give an example. This is, so the sub SUP. So in between that, what should we put? This is superscript. Script. This is script. So after that, text. So superscript will be in superscript. So save and read. So you can see this is superscripted. This is subscripted. So in summary, the B element defines a bold text. The EM emphasize text. So that's EM. Then I defines a part of a text. in an alternate voice or mode. Small element defines smaller text. Strong element defines important text. Sub element defines subscripted text. Then the sub element defines superscript. Then insert defines inserted text. Then del defines deleted text. Mark defines marked or highlighted text. So the next one we'll talk about is the quotation. Let's do quotation. Okay. So let's give an example. If you want to quote, so HTML block quote element defines a section that is quoted from another source, right? So browsers usually indent block quote elements. So let's give an example. Let's give an example. Paragraph W goal is to, and I want to quote, so we use a Q to open Q. So build a future. So we are quoting this place here. Build a future. So that's in quotes. Future where people live in harmony with nature. Full stop. So let's save and review. So I guess that's quoted it. So let's talk about the HTML abbreviation. The HTML abbreviation, that is abbr tag, defines an abbreviation or an acronym like HTML, CSS, and the likes of others. Now, marking abbreviation can give useful information to browsers, translation systems, and search engines. So let's give an example. So WWF goal is to build a future where people live in harmony. Alright. Let's talk about the abbreviation now. So paragraph, so the ABB R D. Then open your tag abbr title. World Health Organization. Oh, was founded. So what we just did right now is we are trying to tell the browser that the abbreviation for World Health Organization is WHO. You understand? So even if you search WHO, it will still give you the results as World Health Organization. So that is how to do that. So let's talk about HTML address. So let's give an example of address. So open your tag address. Close it. Written by Mr. Mike. So you break it. We are visitors at break it to start another line. ggi.com. Full stop, then break. Block 222. Then mind. Full stop, then break it. Then Nigeria. So let's see. So the text in the address element usually renders in italic, and browsers will always add a line break before and after the address elements. So let's see. So this is how to give an address to enter an address. As you can see, it is italics, and each line, we have each line like this. Okay, so the next thing we'll talk about is BDO, Bi-Directional Override. So BDO stands for Bi-Directional Override. The HTML video tag is used to override current text direction. So you can direct text from left to right or right to left, whichever way. So let's give an example. So open your tag B O T I R R T L. Close your then in between this, write this text will be written from right to left. So this is RTL, right to left. That's right. Sorry. So this is right to left RTL. So this text will be written. So it's going to start from the right hand side. That is this T F. Let's see first. Load. Oh, not get this. Let's try it again. Let's do the video again. So let's start from BDO. So direction. Alright. Direction should be from right RTL, right to left. Then close it. Alright, so write your text. This text will be written from right to left. Alright, let's save. Let's see. Reload. Alright. Let's analyze this. This is the test way. So T, okay, let's start from here. This is LEFT, which is left, and this is TO, to. This is RIGHT, which is right. Like, okay, let's start from here. THIS, this test will be written from right to left. So that is it. How to use your video element. Thank you very much for watching and listening. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, comment, and turn on your notification bell. Thank you very much.